around throughout the day. And here's Wander Franco. He'll be 19 years of age 2 days from now. Considered the best prospect in all of baseball. 5'10", 189. And FP, you and I were talking about him a little while ago as the first pitch is thrown at 107. Who hits 336 as a teenager their first 2 years in professional baseball?
This guy. He's 17 years old in the Appalachian League. He hit 351 as a 17-year-old with a 418 on-base percentage. So, and we've seen a few 19-year-olds play for the Nats, but I don't think we've ever seen an 18-year-old.
That's ex-catcher Kevin Cash. Done a great job with the Rays. They won 96 games last year and still finished 7 behind the Yankees in second place in the East. They might epitomize an organization that does the most with what they have to work with in all of baseball. Other ball clubs have cherry-picked their front office for guys to lead baseball operations elsewhere. They're a regular contender going back to the days of Joe Madden and Davey Martinez in the dugout with him in St. Pete. It's a nasty breaking ball down and in from Steven, and Franco able to foul it off.
5 trips to the division series since 2008 for the Rays, so even though they're dressed like umpires today, they find a way to win.
Yeah, those are interesting unis, all powder blue today. And when they put on the dark helmets, they really look like a bunch of umps out there. That's in the dirt, blocked by Jan Gomes. Rays are 3-3. Brian O'Grady, a center fielder, is on deck.
96 and 66 last year.
That's some wicked down and away movement. Not as hard as Strasburg will throw the changeup at times, 84 there, but some nasty motion.
I can't imagine being a senior in high school facing Steven Strasburg. That's basically what just happened. So there's a strikeout on the changeup. We told you 76 strikeouts via that changeup last year, and that's how this one starts.
It's goosebumps. We're fired up. How often do you play back the tape and think about you all winning the World Series?
Quite a bit, actually. And it's weird, for as often as you think about it, especially now that spring training has arrived and we have a World Series patch on our jerseys and there's signs all around the complex, and it's still so surreal. It still hasn't totally sunk in yet, for me at least. But it's been so good to be back with the guys again, back to work with the group. And, we've all been reminiscing together and sharing stories as well. So,
how much are you looking forward to getting that World Series ring?
I can't wait. I've talked to some guys that I've played with and ex-teammates of mine who themselves have won World Series, and they said it really feels real for the first time when you see that World Series ring. And the organization has been playing it pretty close to the vest. There hasn't been a lot of there hasn't been any leaks or anything about the design. So the first time we see it is going to be on that day when we get it during the ceremony before the game. So I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah. Nats Park will be absolutely rocking. Now, one of the things Davey talked with Bob and FP about during our first broadcast, you want to build off that successful 2019 season, but also turning the page to this season. What he said, the message, remember the process, compete. With having the core here, how have you all just approached spring training?
Well, I think it's been a different spring training for a lot of us as a veteran group with a shorter off season than a lot of us have ever had before. Spring training's been a little bit different, kind of easing into it.
Talking about Juan Soto just 2 years ago in spring training, and 2 months later, boy, did he change our thinking.
And the guy that got the last out for the Nats on the mound, Daniel Hudson. There's one. So, yeah, I mean, you get so caught up in who's where and what they're hitting and who's making the team, and there's so many names that we don't even know yet. They're going to affect the outcome of the 2020 season for the Nats.
Well, and that's what good organizations do,
Yep.
who have good depth at the minor league level. A lot of teams have good depth at the minor league level, but how many of those kids are major league ready until a certain point in time? That guy leads a staff that works just as hard as anybody in baseball. And what I love about it, and everybody's talked about this numerous times during the offseason, the Nats embrace analytics and they embrace the new things of the game. But the foundation is still old school scouting and the eye test. Michael A. Taylor, that's a guy who's battled a lot of years in the minor leagues. Wander Franco. I don't think he'll be wearing number 82 for long. Great effort by Carter Keyboom right over there at the barrier on a ball that was coming down in a hurry because of that breeze, which has died down a little bit now.
Nice job of staying with that. He knows the wind's blowing from left to right, and that ball had a chance to come back. Some quick outs. Really establishing himself as a major league pitcher.
He'll be 28 in late June. Time for him to make a move. There's a ground ball for Turner. No possible play at second. Trey takes career highs, slugging, on-base percentage, plus slugging last year. And how he got jammed on that one. Franco, battling the breeze, angles his way towards short center to make.
Lento el rolling por el short. Fildea el torpedero, tiró a segunda y regresó a tiempo. Línea de hit para el left field. Viene López rumbo a la goma. Cortó Junior Lake y el disparo es a tercera. La cadena y el agarró. Fildea Franco. Y se produce el out por la para Leiva. Duro el batazo de hit para right field. Y puede ser un extra base. Ya cortando Rodríguez. Va para segunda el corredor. Va el disparo y el hombre es out en segunda. Cordero. ¿Dónde está? Vamos a ver el latazo. El tiro largo de Franco y se...
Saludos a todos, muy buenas tardes, bienvenidos a esta videoconferencia del Escogido Baseball Club y con nosotros Wander Franco, campo corto y prospecto número 1 del béisbol. Recuerden que para las preguntas tienen que solicitarlas a través del chat, con mucho gusto damos los turnos. Vamos primero con Jordan Abreu de La Voz del Fanático.
Sí, buenas tardes, Melvin, un placer estar aquí. Buenas tardes también para Franco, para Wander. Mi pregunta va ya en concerniente al caso de que se habla de que solamente estarán disputando 15 partidos, en lo que se ha dicho. Mi pregunta va en que si has hablado o has estado comunicándote con el equipo de Tampa, a ver si podría, en tu caso, quizás que te gustaría estar más tiempo con el equipo rojo, que te amplíen la cantidad de partidos a disputar aquí en la Liga Dominicana.
Sí, me dieron solamente 15 partidos, pero ahora estamos, yo creo que podré jugar más días, porque hemos hablado de eso, pero ahora estamos en espera.
Tiene la palabra ahora Arvin González. Gracias, Melvin. Buenas tardes a mis colegas y en especial a Wander. Wander, ya han pasado apenas 3 encuentros, pero creo que es apropiado preguntarte la diferencia de tú desempeñarte en un nivel de desarrollo como son las ligas menores, donde no te compiten hasta que están en postemporada, y cómo tú has visto la diferencia en este béisbol de Lidón, donde básicamente cada partido cuenta en el plano competitivo.
Bueno, que es muy diferente porque aquí la mayoría son veteranos. Aquí la mayoría son veteranos y saben jugar como el béisbol, ¿sabes? Y yo me encuentro muy diferente, sí, porque sabes que no, a veces por ahí arriba aparecen unos muchachos así que, o sea, como que no tienen esa experiencia todavía, pero aquí aparecen unos leones que en verdad te ponen a pensar difícil.
Here we go.